This is Dave Clifford from Karma and Red Jasper, and I'm very pleased to say you're watching Live Prog.
Hello! Welcome to Live Prog and welcome to a new video review. A while back I did a review on the album Ever After by the Israeli prog band Sanhedrin. And in that review I mentioned the fact that, to my knowledge, there were not a lot of prog bands in Israel. Well, in a response to that review, I kind of quickly got an email from a man saying, "Hey, I am in a prog band and I'm from Israel." Well, of course I was interested. So he sent me a couple of links to some clips from his band, and I looked at them and listened to some music and visited his website, and well, I was interested. So I said, well, I'm interested, I want to hear more of your music. So he sent me a copy of his album. And well, you're curious, this is the album. Solstice Coil, Natural Causes. Solstice Coil is, well, as I said, a prog band from Israel, and they've been around for quite a while. They started out in 2001, and well, I wasn't really surprised to read that, but in their biography they say that they started out as a cover band for Muse and Radiohead, so not your typical prog bands, but nevertheless, well, related. And according to their website, they describe themselves as an alternative progressive rock band. And that is, well, something that you do hear when you listen to this album. It is a very, well, a very pleasant album to listen to. It's more heavier prog. The guitars play a very dominant role. Well, of course, they have two guitar players in the band, so that's not a real surprise. Natural Causes is their second album. The first album was called Prescription for Paper Cuts, and I find that a very interesting title. Ouch, sort of. But it shows that they have a knack for coming up with interesting titles, and the same goes again for Natural Causes, because, well, if you look at the track listing, and I can show it to you, there you have them. Now, when you see them, you probably notice a few very interesting titles. Well, the one that struck me the most, and is also a really great song with a really beautiful guitar solo in it, is Sing Along Death Trap. Well, picture that in your mind. But also other titles like Walking Graveyards. The opening, which I also really enjoyed, Question Irrelevant, Outcome Inevitable. These first two songs kind of link together, form one piece. So, well, very interesting song titles. And the music definitely fits in it. As I mentioned, they have two guitar players. Well, they create a bit of a heavier sound, although at no point it's really starting to sound like a metal band. It's not prog metal, at least I wouldn't describe this as prog metal, to be honest.
At the sight of your missing a version. I'm sorry, you must have confused me with someone else. Someone who cares. The way your voice might.
When we're talking about lineup, I mean, I told you two guitar players. The man who emailed me, who's also playing guitar, but who's also the singer in the band, is called Sheer Deutsch. And, well, he's the lead vocalist, and I gotta say, I really love his voice. It is such a pleasure to listen to him sing. And so that is one of the things that makes this album, well, a really pleasurable thing to listen to. Now, he started the band together with Ofer Vishna, who also does guitars, and with Shay Yalin, who plays, well, all kinds of keys on the album, whether it be piano, whether it be Hammond, whether it be synthesizers, well, he plays everything of them, and he does that very good. It's very subtle, not too upfront where it has to be, so very balanced to put together. Now, the lineup is finished with Yaniv Shalev, who plays well, all kinds of bass guitars, and Yatsiv Kaspi on drums. A very interesting thing, if you look at the website, they kind of did a parody on Dream Theater's search for a new drummer, and they were also searching for a new musician in the band, and it turns out he's playing the triangle. So very funny to watch, so check it out on the website of the band. Now, I mentioned the lineup, but you see a few more names with guest musicians, and they have a very nice string quartet, which they also include in the album, on a couple of tracks, and one of them is on the last track called Recipe for Eternity, and well, it fits really beautiful with the rest of the music. One thing I didn't show you, and when we're talking prog, we're talking also covers, of course. And you've noticed, I hope, this one, there's a lot of detail in it, but I'm gonna open it for you and see if I can get it out, because it felt really heavy. This is, by the way, as you can see, the CD with a nice juicy apple on it. But if I can squeeze this one out without damaging it, they really made an effort with the booklet, because you can fold it, and well, what you can see on this side in black and white are the lyrics. If you move it like this, then you get, I hope you can see it, because it's really huge, and if I bring it up a little closer, well, you can see all kinds of, I hope you can see it without the reflection, but all kinds of details from well, the cover of the album. So that's of course very prog, beautiful covers are part of it. I really enjoyed listening to this album. Very good songs, no lengthy songs, you know, everything ranges between, well, 4 and 6 minutes, so that's, well, for prog it's kind of short actually, but nevertheless, you know, it's fun to listen to this album. Very nice, and it's nice to see that there's a lot of good music in the progressive scene, also coming from Israel. There are more prog bands than just Sanhedrin, well, and of course the half of Blackfield is coming from there. Nevertheless, well, worth checking out. Beautiful cover, beautiful music. What more can I say? I rest my case. I think you should check it out and listen for yourself what an amazing album this is. Well, check out their website. There are samples there. You can listen to songs of the album. You can see some videos of the band, and you will see how good they are. So, well, I hope you will enjoy Natural Causes by the Israeli prog band Solstice.